A very good morning and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I am Hashni Patirana. And before we take a look at your news in detail, let's take a look at your headlines first.
News First headline.
Special traffic plan in Colombo in spite of Vesak festivities. Sirasanamami Vesak zone opens to the public for the second day. Committee appointed to oversee matters related to injured victims of Kotmale bus accident. In your international headlines, Indian Prime Minister Modi warns Pakistan of more strikes if there is a terrorist attack. And in your sports, it's cricket. IPL 2025 to resume on the 17th of May. Final to be played on the 3rd of June. Now on to those stories in detail. The Sirasanamami Vesak zone is open to the public for the second consecutive day today. The sacred Sarvajna relics will arrive at the Sirasa Vesak zone at 11 a.m. this morning. A large crowd of devotees visited the Sirasanamami Vesak zone yesterday night to venerate the sacred Sarvajna relics along with other Maha Rahat relics. In addition, sacred relics enshrined at the historic Paramananda Rajamahaviharya in Galle, gifted to Sri Lanka in 1886 by King Chulankara, will also arrive at the Sirasanamami Vesak zone for the public to venerate for the second consecutive day. For the next 3 days, the Sirasa Vesak zone will also showcase a stunning pandal depicting the story of the Andhabhuta Jataka. Now visitors can also enjoy colourful lanterns and puppet shows around the zone. A devotional song recital has been arranged as well. A large rice dansal will also be open today for the second consecutive day for those visiting the Vesak zone. The Sirasanamami Sirasa Vesak zone is being held at the Sirasa head office premises in Braybrook Place, Colombo, and will continue until the 16th of May. Now in more local news, Sri Lanka police said a special traffic plan has been implemented in Colombo in line with Vesak. This special traffic plan has been implemented as a large number of devotees are expected to visit the city to witness Vesak celebrations. Therefore, the traffic plan will be enforced in and around areas where Vesak zones are established. According to police, residents living along roads where Vesak zones are located, as well as vehicles heading to hospitals and other essential services, will be allowed entry as appropriate. However, container trucks and tipper trucks transporting gravel and sand will not be permitted to enter these areas during the operational hours of the Vesak zones. Police added that once traffic congestion returns to normal, all roads will be reopened for two-way traffic. In addition, a special security plan has been implemented to ensure the safety and convenience of devotees visiting the Vesak zones during the festival period. Still in local news, a special committee has been appointed to handle matters concerning the injured from the recent bus accident in Garandiyalla in Rambuda, Kotmale. The committee will include depot superintendents from Katharagama and Kampola, among others. Deputy Minister of Transport and Highways, Prasanna Gunasekara, said that the committee will be responsible for overseeing the transportation of the injured and the process of providing them compensation. He added that the post-mortem report of the bus driver involved in the accident is expected to be received either today or tomorrow. The tragic accident, which took place in Garandiyalla in Rambuda on Sunday, claimed the lives of 22 individuals.
International news.
Taking a look at your international news for the hour, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi warned Pakistan yesterday that New Delhi would target terrorist hideouts across the border again if there were new attacks on India and would not be deterred by what he called Islamabad's nuclear blackmail. Modi's first public comments since Indian armed forces launched strikes on what New Delhi said were terrorist camps across the border last week indicated a hardening of India's position on ties with its neighbour, which were icy even before the latest fighting. Pakistan denies Indian accusations that it supports militants who attack it and says the locations hit by India last week were civilian sites. Modi was speaking 2 days after the nuclear-armed neighbors agreed to a ceasefire announced by US President Donald Trump. The truce was reached after 4 days of intense exchanges of fire as the old enemies targeted each other's military installations with missiles and drones, killing dozens of civilians. The military confrontation began on Wednesday when India said it launched strikes on 9 terrorist infrastructure sites in Pakistan and Pakistani-administered Kashmir following an attack on Hindu tourists by Islamist militants in Indian-administered Kashmir last month that killed 26 men. Islamabad denied any links to the attack and called for a neutral investigation.
Sports news.
Finally, taking a look at your sports arena, IPL 2025 will resume on the 17th of May and end on the 3rd of June, as per the revised schedule announced by the BCCI yesterday night. The remainder of the tournament, which was suspended on the 9th of May for a week due to cross-border tensions between India and Pakistan, will be played at 6 venues that are Bengaluru, Jaipur, Delhi, Lucknow, Mumbai and Ahmedabad. The venues for the playoffs will be announced later, but the matches will be played on the following dates. Qualifier 1 on the 29th of May, the Eliminator on the 30th of May, Qualifier 2 on the 1st of June, and the finals on the 3rd of June. A total of 17 matches will be played after resumption, with 2 double headers, both of which will be played on Sundays. And with that, we wrap up this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.